Will the level of world figure skating drop sharply? It is very difficult to predict when the situation in the sport will stabilize and whether it will be restored at all. But so far everything indicates that the level of world figure skating will drop significantly. One of the three countries' influences, that is, those who set the tone for development, will drop out of the race for unique achievements for some time. The entire responsibility will fall on the shoulders of the United States and Japan. But they have long been experiencing difficulties in some forms. For the first, this is women's skating; for the second, dancing and couples. The most balanced in this regard is the Russian team. Our coaches and athletes are dedicated to making progress in all disciplines. A new generation of technical sports duets. Dancers with their own recognizable style. This is the result of a long fruitful work. The revolution in women's single skating, which was staged by the students of Eteri Tutberidze, forever changed the face of the most beautiful sport. It's not just about quadruple jumps. In the end they were learned to jump in other teams. Although not as successfully as in Russia, but in a special construction of programs. Any production of crystal differs from all others in the complexity of its elements. Choreographic completeness, non-standard transitions, jumps, rotations, step sequences. The best coach in the world has learned to squeeze the maximum out of points, while adapting her knowledge to the characteristics of her wards. With the departure of Tutberidze from the world stage, there is a possibility that we will simply roll back 10 to 15 years ago, when triple jump combinations were already a miracle. Without the example of Eteri Georgievna, without her authority, foreign specialists will not have to tear their veins and experiment with methods, forms and content. And if such a position is fixed among the main representatives of the figure skating elite, then we will face the most severe degradation. Russia needs to compensate for the lack of starts. What should Russia do in this case? In recent years, our community has become quite closed, as new approaches have been developed. The number of requirements has increased, quality criteria have been modernized, hence the increase in the efficiency of Russian athletes. It's no secret that the national championship in our country has long surpassed even the Olympic Games in terms of technical level and intensity of passions. The competition there is crazy. And all participants strive to complete tasks of the highest order. Looks like it's time to put it to good use. During the pandemic, Russian officials managed to compensate for the lack of starts with a new type of tournament. The premiere of the Channel 1 Entertainment Cup was a success. And although some shortcomings in the organization were subsequently identified, this did not blur the overall impression, which means that the vector of behavior was chosen correctly. Now our functionaries have a chance to correct all the flaws and create an independent competition that will have a positive impact on the training of the skaters, and will also allow them to experience pleasant emotions in this difficult time. Unfortunately, the proposal of Eteri Tutberidze to arrange a battle between the national teams of Russia and the world, for obvious reasons, cannot be implemented, but there is no doubt that we will see another interesting idea at the Cup and will be able to enjoy the performances of our stars. That's all for today. If the information was interesting to you, put likes, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon.